Hey everybody, welcome back to another 6-Minute Salesforce. I'm RJ from System.debug, and today we're going to be talking about Git and how to use and build a simple repository. So if you noticed, real quick, I'm using GitHub, and that's source control management for small to large organizations, right? Bitbucket, same idea, small to large organizations. And what we're going to do here is use one or the other, and this is totally up to you. I have accounts on both. I like both of them very much. And basically, it's up to you which one you want to use, right? So I've already got, if you noticed over here, a console or a terminal window and a blank folder. So what I'm going to show you guys is the easiest way to create repositories. I'm going to go to my repositories list, and I'm going to click New, and we're going to call this Git Tutorial. We don't need a description. Public means that anyone can see it. We're going to use that for now. Private is good when you want to keep your code private. It's exactly what it means. We're going to initialize this repository with a README because that's what we're going to be committing against. That we're going to make some changes to that README, and we'll post them and we'll see what happens. We'll commit them and we'll push them and see what happens there. Git ignore is something that is very useful if you're working in a very specific language, so like Java or Node or C Sharp. There are a lot of things that certain IDEs and just your compiler and things like that will take and build for you, and that you want to ignore because you just want to push code. You only want to push code to source control. License, another kind of big thing. Go over these, look at them. We're not going to put any license on this one, but there's a lot here. So just give it some time if you want to, figure out which license is right for you. So we're going to hit create repository. And what we'll notice right away is that they give us the README. And right here in the README is just the heading, which is the name of our repository. Super simple. One commit, initial commit. GitHub did that for us. And then over here, which is very nice, they have our web URL for this, right? So we're going to copy this guy, and our first command is going to be git clone, and we're going to paste that repository, right? Now this is going to mess up because it's going to put a folder inside of a folder, and that may or may not be the structure that we want. So let's watch what happens. We git clone, it pulls everything down, and now we have git tutorial inside of git tutorial up here. And inside of that, of course, we have our README. So if you don't want this to happen, what you need to do is go back to Documents, erase Git Tutorial, and then cd ... which will get us, it's in our trash, cd Documents, right? And now we will rerun that command, and now we'll have that folder. So I hope you followed along with that. It wasn't too crazy, but basically what we did was we just went back one, because what it does is when you clone, it's going to create a folder, a directory with the name of your repository inside of wherever you're at when you do the git clone. But now we're in here. So cd git tutorial. So now we're in here, and you can see there's my README, right? So what we're going to do is I'm just going to use nano over here. And I'm just going to edit this. So we have a header there, right? And I'm going to say, okay, this is the Git tutorial. Control O to write it, Control X to exit. And now I've edited that guy, right? So what's going to happen is we should, over here, once we push over on this side, we'll see the edit. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to check out what happened. So we're going to say git status, and it says, oh, look at that, your README has been modified. So what you can do right now is git add, and you can either type the file name itself or you can type a dot. So we're going to do dot and hit enter. We're going to do git status again to look and see what happened. And look, it was red. That means, hey, this was not staged for commit. But now you can see changes not staged, changes to be committed, and there it is in the changes to be committed. But not just yet. So the first thing we have to do after we do the add, we have to do git commit -m, which stands for message. So commit with a message. We're going to say added stuff to the README. Not a great commit message. You really want to be more specific when you write your commit messages, but that's okay. This is just a tutorial. So we're going to hit enter. It's going to tell us, oh, hey, one file changed. You have 2 insertions, 1 deletion. Okay. And then what we're going to say is git push. So that went through. We pushed directly to master, which is also a bad idea. But when we come over here and we look at our page, now we can see the edit that happened, and we see the commit added stuff to the README that we pushed before. So the good news is that everything worked out just fine. But there's a couple hiccups here that we need to address, and we'll address that in the very next video. And I'll talk about how you're not supposed to commit to master. You should have sort of a kind of a workflow, and we'll add some other files, and we'll do adds specifically to files so we can add them to specific commits and be a little bit more verbose in our commit messages. But anyway, that's the simple git tutorial. There's another command, again, git pull, that we'll go over in the next video. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time on 6 Minute Salesforce.